You're listening to the Lux Life Discovered podcast, where we talk with people who are living a lifestyle that reflects their passion, because we believe everyone should be living their best life, their Lux Life. The show is hosted by Rick Steiner with Steiner Event Group, a premier national event planning company, and co-hosted by Shannon Richmond, the Vice President of the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce. If you are watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notifications of future episodes. The show is produced by 30A Media and is broadcast on your favorite podcast outlets, as well as YouTube, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TVs, and other major brand smart TVs.
Hello, I'm Rick Steiner. Welcome to Lux Life Discovered. My guest today is Katie O'Connor from the Margaritaville Beach Resort, Beach Cottage. Yes, we've had a little discussion on the name because it's so long, but tell us the proper name.
It's Margaritaville Beach Cottage Resort, Panama City Beach.
Oh, that is long.
It's a mouthful.
So how many times a day do you say that?
Too many.
So we were talking earlier that it'd be nice to have a shortened name, but part of the reason you don't do that is because of all the different Margaritavilles that exist, right?
There's lots of ways that you can stay with Margaritaville, from cruise ships to resort hotels to vacation rentals like ours.
Yeah.
So we have a nice long name so that you can tell us apart.
And when they want to come to Panama City Beach, you want to make sure they get the right location, get in touch with the right people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We do have a Margaritaville restaurant in PCB. We also have one of what will eventually be the largest latitudes in the world. That takes place in Watersound and extends in Panama City Beach. So it's important that we can distinguish between them.
That's true, yeah, because you want them coming to the beach.
Yeah.
So how long have you been with Margaritaville?
I have been with this property for 2 years.
2 years, okay. Well, we were just talking before we went on the air is that the grand opening, I was the planner for that and didn't realize it's been 3 years already. And of course, when we did that planning, it was just the mobile unit that was there for the sales office. And nothing had been built. The streets weren't even completely, laid out and installed yet. So to see it now, you've got 8 homes that are remaining to be built. Is that correct?
That is correct. We have our final phase, which is our last remaining 8 waterside retreats that are being built now. They are for sale, for purchase, so that they can be put on the rental program, and then that will be it.
And how many total units will you have there at that point?
We'll have about 109 in total.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's a full area. So kind of tell people what all is involved there, because I didn't realize all the different types of units that are available.
I'd love to. So we have the best of both worlds. We have a beautiful vacation rental resort. And so we have everything from 6-bedroom beach homes with private pools and grills to waterside retreats, resort cottages, and surf bungalows, which are more like a hotel type home where they're 1 bedroom with sleeping loft. And a resort amenities like our brand new clubhouse, which has our Fin City arcade, our Fins Up Fitness Center, licensed to chill restaurant, Salty Rim Bar and Grill, which is our pool restaurant. We also have really fun water slides for kids and adults to enjoy, a 2.5-acre heated pool, and a 425-foot lazy river. And I'm sure you can tell I do this a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, good memory, yeah. So, the home ownership, where all of your buyers come from?
All over the world, really.
Okay.
Several of them are native to the area, but a lot of them are from all over the world, and so they are investment properties. They purchase the home for being put on the rental program. Our organization manages it, and then we bring guests from all over the world.
And then Barbarita, she's what's her exact title there?
She is our director of sales.
Director of sales now. Okay, yeah. So she has a busy job along with you, your marketing director. So you guys are like the face of the property.
We sure are. Barbarita has the amazing opportunity that she is also going to be selling our new property that is up and coming in Orange Beach, Alabama.
Okay, tell us a little about that, because that's a new one. Yeah.
It is new. It will be built hopefully in the latter part of 2027, and will be a very similar product, just on a much grander scale. It's a lot more square footage.
Well, she needs something else to do.
Yes,
Yeah,
she doesn't have enough.
I'm sure there are days she thinks, why do I say yes? Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
But Barbarita, I think, is an amazing example of what our business hospitality is all about. She loves to say that it's people serving people, and I think she embodies that in the true Margaritaville spirit.
Well, that's good. That's good. What are some of the responses from the guests that have already been to the property so far?
I think the response is overwhelmingly positive. We have a great reputation within the brand, within our guests, and I think having a resort of this caliber in Panama City Beach really sets us apart from the traditional PCB experience because they're vacation homes. It's not a hotel. It's a beautiful combination of having homes and the privacy while also having the fun of the hotel.
Exactly. You've got the game center for the younger group. Well, the older group too. In fact, Barbara was telling me that there was a group that came in like 30 or 40 people, a sales group, and she did a reception up there or a happy hour or whatever for that group, and they had fun in the arcade. So
I think in the true Margaritaville spirit, there's a quote from Jimmy that's hanging on the wall in the arcade that says, "Growing older but not up," and that's taken from one of his songs. And so I think everybody likes to be a kid and have fun.
Well, sure. What's been the most surprising thing for you since coming on board?
Oh, what a great question. I think the most surprising thing for me has been just seeing the growth of this place. I've been native to the area for how long? Because it's aged me.
A couple of
long
years.
enough.
Yeah.
And I think it's been so nice to see the noticeable change in clientele that we've brought to the area because of the type of product that we are and the growth of Margaritaville as a whole and how these two things are just the perfect match.
Right. Do you miss the mobile unit?
I do not. I think the clubhouse is really fun. The sales trailer where we were selling homes originally with our real estate team it got the job done and it was great for when we had it. But the
time to
clubhouse,
go.
it's hard to beat the clubhouse when you can see all of the beautiful views.
Sure.
And, it never hurts to be like, I'm going to sit outside today.
Well, the use of that unit was very productive because there was a lot of units that were sold even before they were built. That was amazing because we did that, like we were talking earlier, did the open house and the kickoff. I mean, there was nothing on the property, so no buildings and everything, and so it was really interesting to see because you have to have a vision, you know, and you've got to be able to make sure that the people you're visiting with see that vision as well.
Absolutely. And I think the team did such an amazing job with that. I think the rest of the homes available to be sold, these 8 waterside retreats will, I think, go very quickly.
Oh, I bet.
Because Margaritaville is such a wonderful brand, and I think everybody wants to experience that state of mind.
That's true. Well, so the 8 that are left, so Barbara's going to be in charge of the sales on that. Is that who they need to contact, or they still have the sales team?
So we still have a real estate team that'll all be handled by the real estate team, which is Premier Property Group.
Right.
They do such a phenomenal job. But any events that happen in the clubhouse or large incentive group travel or things of that nature will be Barbara Lita.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm Premier Property Group. They're a great group of professionals that can take care of all those real estate needs and do a very good job with that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, in fact, when they were building the units across Front Beach Road, that was so fun to see that go up because here you've had this blank space or land there that's perfect view of the Gulf, and then all of a sudden you've got is it 8 across the street or 14? We're like, gosh, okay. But and I didn't realize till yesterday that they all have their private pool. So and a grill, So I didn't know that. So that's interesting. And best sunsets in the area.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think we in the Panhandle are so blessed with. I will die on this hill. We have the world's most beautiful beaches. I think out of all of the beaches in Florida, the Emerald Coast is the best. And the best sunsets.
Oh yeah, and especially, I always thought the one on the west end of those 14 units would be like the best because of the sunset, but you can't have a bad sunset in any of those because you're right there on the waterfront, and to have that sunset is awesome.
And I think what makes our property the most unique is that we have a home and a fit for every type of vacation. So for the people that want that more private experience with the private pool, they can have that while also having the fun of the resort. But I have 2 young girls. I will tell you that my favorite home type on the property is our resort cottages because a lot of them are located so close to the pool. And so sometimes I find that with my kids, it takes us longer to get out to the beach
Right.
than we actually spend on the beach. So it's very nice to be so close to the resort pool, so close to the restaurant, and just have a perfect location in the heart of the resort.
And getting to the beach from the other side is not an issue. You've got a walkway right there, and then you've got your private.
And
walk
every
with the-
home has its own private entrance to the beach as well, and then we have public access
Yeah.
for our guests. So.
Okay, good. Yeah, so everything has been thought of and taken care of and just ready for you to come enjoy.
Absolutely.
So do you see yourself like helping with Orange Beach in any way?
I hope so.
All right. I didn't know if you were willing to take that on yet or not. So.
I think there's always an opportunity, but our management team is so mighty. I think that whatever options they make, they've partnered themselves with the wharf. The wharf team does such a phenomenal job, and so regardless of who's there and what happens, I know that they're going to do an exceptional job.
That's awesome. So what was your history? How did you get involved in the marketing field anyway? How did that come about?
I think I have always loved marketing. I've always done marketing. I specifically fell into hospitality like all good hotel people. Through a friend, totally by accident.
Friends you don't speak to anymore. Yeah, no.
We're still very close, but I was getting married to my now husband, and we had contracted with the hotel to have our wedding, and fell in love with the catering and sales director. Kind of like how a bar roll is, and
Right.
She thought I would be great in hotels, and I've never looked back.
Was that at
The Sheraton?
Sheraton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is
Karen.
now, I think, it was Jessica Giordano.
Okay, I don't know. That was before Karen, I guess. So yeah, okay, good deal, good deal. So yeah, that's changed again too recently. So yeah,
I think also changing again. I think Hilton acquired.
okay, interesting, interesting. So and also until yesterday, I did not know that your property had an event space.
It sure does. It has
And
3,000 square feet of event space
Yeah.
internal. We have a beautiful green, and then about 580 square feet, but more of beach space.
right, right. So I mean, destination weddings, perfect, because
Perfect.
you can get married on the beach or get married on the lawn outside or in the room, the event space. And then also, if you want to do the beach setup, you've got you partner with the local
Wedding.
wedding vendors to. But I'm thinking about the fire
Oh,
What-
yeah. Yes.
to have your fire pit on the beach
We
because
sure
that's
do.
been a big thing lately too, having access to that, and
Yes.
so you've got that all taken care of. So
And it's all right there. All you have to do is make a call. It's
Yeah.
all handled from beach shares to bonfires to really whatever you desire.
Thank you for saying bonfire. That word just not was not coming there. It's like beach fire. That's like, but you've also worked at Sandestin Hilton.
I did.
All right, and of course that's where I host my spring bridal show. So I really like that group over there. Did you work with Angela at the time, Angela
I
Kramer?
did not.
Okay.
She, actually, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
Love Angela. I was there for a bit until I had my first child. They have such an amazing events team and marketing team, and just
yeah.
the best people. They're good people.
Well, good, and we'll have some announcements coming up pretty soon about SEG and some things at your property. So we'll share those soon on Instagram, probably on both of our
Yeah.
pages. But we're excited about that for sure. So where do you see the property? Okay, we've got 8 more units to build, and then you'll be complete.
Yeah.
So what do you see the next phase? Besides taking a deep breath and think, wow, we did it. Yeah.
So we will be finishing the final development of these 8 homes. We'll be having a grand opening sometime in March that I will share with you, and we have the finalized
Okay.
date, which I'm very excited about. And stilt walkers, and now that the clubhouse is finally complete with all of the additional amenities,
Yeah.
we're really excited about that. And then really it's just making sure that we are giving always the best experience to not only our homeowners, but our guests.
True. So when someone calls you from out of state or even another country, and they want to know what makes Panama City Beach, why should it be their destination and your property? What's your response?
I often do say because we have the world's most beautiful beaches. I think our
Which is true.
coastal hospitality is unmatched, and I think that our resort is just such a shining gem in a place where it is very easy to just be one number in a hotel, but it feels such a community while still maintaining that best of both worlds.
That's good. And also your whole, not just your management team and the sales team and marketing team, all of your employees. You've been fortunate, from what I understand, to have great employees that you can depend on and that stay with you. And
Absolutely.
that's huge because not every property can say that right now. So,
That is, our team is phenomenal. I think everybody has worked so hard to get the resort, into what it is now, and we're still so new. It's still, it's developed in phases, which has been so smart from our development team, from Premier and our management company in doing how they opened us. And we've just really built a core team of really successful people.
that's huge. And that so oh goodness. What's the most rewarding part that you've dealt with so far?
I think
Most rewarding and biggest challenge.
most rewarding is anytime a guest comes in and says that was the best experience or so memorable, or I got to have all of my family come and we haven't been able to do that for X amount of years and we're going to come back. That's always for me the part that, you know,
Well, and that's a good thing about that too is that I didn't realize how many bedrooms. Like some of those are 5 and 6 bedrooms, and then especially across the street, waterfront, you've got like you said the so much privacy there because you think they're 14 units, they're close together, but they're large enough to still be private. Yeah,
absolutely. We're built for multi-generational homes, but we also have our surf bungalows, whereas if you don't want to be in a home with every single family member, you can break it up while still being really close
yeah.
to each other.
So yeah, I want to go down with y'all, but let's we're
But
gonna
maybe
get
you don't want to come with you, and that's perfectly fine. I personally like to be in a home with my entire family.
yeah,
That's how we've traveled. So for me, a resort of this nature is perfect for us because we want to all be really close. But I can completely understand that, the people who have maybe just had babies or sleep schedules are what they are, wanting to have that different
oh
experience.
yeah. So have you had anybody where once they're there, they're like, we need some extra space?
No.
That's good. That's
No.
good. We had all of our children home Christmas and well New Year's because it was a total mess up during Christmas with a few things that happened. My daughter had to have surgery unexpectedly.
Oh, no.
So, but anyway, we were home New Year's, and then my son and his wife from Cincinnati decided to come in. So then we had a 7-year-old, a 3.5-year-old, 1.5-year-old, and an 8-month-old, and we had stuff from one end of the house to the other. And it was always amazing to me they can get their things together and get to the right place, and they're all happy. And my wife and I just sit there with this like look on our face, like,
It's a lot.
yeah.
It's
So,
a lot. I think
we might want the little property to the back, yeah.
yeah, I think the people that come in, they come in, they know their homes, and I do think that's the future of travel because you can bring so much. And when you do have children or you have parents that are maybe getting older and they need that personal space
Right,
and want to be able to have the living rooms where you can congregate as a family without feeling like your entire family's being accessible to the public.
right.
They're built for just experiencing each other and whatever that means for the group who's staying there.
Well, and then we did mention the condominiums above the clubhouse,
Yes.
and those are really nice. I didn't even know they were there either. So
They
yeah,
are.
that's
So we have two condo suites. We have our Jimmy Buffett suite and our Coral Reaper suite on the top of the clubhouse, and each are 4 bedrooms. And they have a great view of the resort. They have a great view of the Gulf,
right.
and are also built so smart with ample space. And so they are for meetings, which we've done several now, meetings in the condos, or just people who want to have that together time. They're a great option.
Good. Okay, and then your guests that have come in so far, do you know the like percentage of international guests in relation to? I know I didn't ask you about that before, but I just thought about that. So yeah.
We are working in the international market more. We did a site tour with our British Columbia partners last year and a couple of our German partners to bring them here and kind of let them experience the resort, which was wonderful. And so we're definitely tapping into that market. I think being in the drive market, it's easy to have those opportunities often taken by Orlando or some of the bigger
Right.
markets, but Panama City Beach and the 30 area have really started to come up in the international market.
Well, that's good because there's so much to offer, and it's such a lot to offer, but at the same time, it's laid back enough that you can just come and chill. Sometimes you need that part of your trip to unwind and just
Yeah.
relax, and that's perfect.
One of our more recent guests that was international was with us from Brazil, and they were on a U.S. tour. So they stayed with us for a week, and then they were going to Pennsylvania for a week, and then they were going. So they kind of were hitting all of the maps, which asked them because it's
How
during
did you-
cold snap. How's the weather from here to Brazil? And they were like, "No, it's great." They were swimming in the pools. I'm like, couldn't be me, but okay.
You know, I had somebody in Tampa tell me, you always tell when non-locals are here
For sure.
because they're swimming in the ocean or the Gulf, and then or the bay.
Our pools are heated year round. They're always a comfortable 82 degrees.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But even I don't think I could do it.
But you have to
anymore.
get out, yeah. So, but she said you can always tell when they're non-locals here because
My kids,
they're
on the other
swimming.
hand,
Oh,
would
they
be in the pool
sure
all the time, every day.
Well, we were here a few weeks ago, and or I guess it was before Christmas, but you know, it was cold. We thought it was cold, and these little kids were, I mean, they were blue from being so cold, but they were having the best time in the water, and so you can't deny that.
Crazy the things that you do when you're young.
Oh yeah. Then you get older, and you're like, maybe not.
Yeah.
So from the child's perspective, or
Mhm.
young child, or smaller children, what has their response been to the lazy river and to the slide and all of that? Because it's not just a typical pool; it's a nice,
I think the kids love it. They're always in the pools. I think more kids go into the lazy river, but the beautiful thing about the lazy river is there's a long enough distance that everybody kind of gets their own space.
right.
I think I see just as many kids as adults go down the water slide. Honestly, usually the adults go down with like a beer in hand. But,
Right.
I think the entire resort now with the arcade and everything is built to really be just the perfect set for kids, adults, grandparents, because everybody has something. To
Yeah.
do.
Well, it is something for everyone.
Yes.
That's for sure. And then to bring out the corporate aspect of it and be able to have events there and to allow them to be children to a certain degree because it's an environment where they will have fun. So, and that's sometimes we don't let ourselves have fun as we get older. Our fun's just different, you know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of like, no, I shouldn't do that. But you can go down the water slide, you can play in the arcade, you can have fun.
You absolutely
No
can.
judgments.
And we encourage it. We want you to go down the water slide. I go down at least once every couple of weeks just to make
Do you
sure.
really? Do you like the lazy river?
I love the lazy river. I do really like the water slides. They're faster than they look.
Why don't you come try out the water slide sometime? Just a little challenge now. No. But so what if there's one thing that you would want a prospective guest to know or to use to try to sell them on coming to the property, what would it be?
Things to know is that they are vacation homes and not a traditional hotel experience. And so people sometimes go to our booking engine and we have longer length of stays because it's a vacation home. And so if anybody has any questions about how to book, they can always give us a call and we're happy to assist them. And things to convince you to come is that it's a beautiful resort for every type of vacation, from small drive-ups where it's just you and your significant other or friends to full homes where you can fit the entire family on the Emerald Coast.
And then also, like you said, you have bonfire partners that you can do the bonfires on the beach, which a lot of people have never done. And you think it's too hot for bonfires most of the time, but like right now, this is a perfect weather for it.
This is perfect weather. I think a lot, just like you said about people swimming in the Gulf when they're not from here.
Right.
It might be too hot for the people that are in Florida, but for some of these people, they want to be outside from the time the sun comes up to the time the sun goes down. And so
That'd be
there's
more
never a bad time to have a bonfire.
All right, and then I guess lastly, right now the focus once we get the last 8 homes built is customer service, making sure people that come here enjoy it, and then looking forward to seeing what happens in Orange Beach, yeah. So that's going to be an interesting scenario.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
We're really excited. The growth from our management company is so exciting. Margaritaville growing and just all of the ways that you can stay with Margaritaville is incredible. And working with an organization like Margaritaville that cares so much about their guests, the team, everything, and embody that spirit is unlike anything I've ever experienced.
Okay, and then with Margaritaville, you've got the Latitude. Also, there's is there one in Panama City, a new development there?
There is a new development coming. There's a Compass.
Okay,
Which
yeah.
is a limited service, kind of like hotel.
So is that, how does that work as like competition? Because, or Latitude, is there an age limit on that one?
So Latitude is more of the 55 and better
That's
community.
okay, yeah.
So there is no, we encourage our Latitudes partners to kind of come and experience the resort on day passes because they are more of that 55 and better community.
Right.
And with so many of them having grandchildren, our resort pools are the perfect place for them to like let the grandkids play and have time with them. So that's
Because they don't have
really
the slides on the lazy river.
They do not have the slides on the lazy river.
So
we
if
really
you're
like when they come.
out there, then you can do a day pass?
You sure can.
Okay.
Yeah, anybody from really anywhere who just wants to come experience the resort for a day can either go to our website and do a full day or half day pass, and that gives you access to our clubhouse. It gives you access to our pools, towels, all the fun stuff.
Well, I didn't realize that, so I learned something.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, actually. So, yeah. Well, listen, I appreciate you being with us today. And I know we just met yesterday and it was short notice, but thank you for jumping on this. And then if people want to reach out to you, we have your information on the screen here.
Yes,
So
my email is there. And then if you want to follow us on Instagram, our handle is there. It's Margaritaville Cottage PCB.
Okay, and it's also important to remember the reason that's so long, Margaritaville Resort, you've got to have the PCB to make sure it goes specifically to this property.
That is
So,
correct.
all right. Well, good deal. Well, thank you for being with us. I appreciate it very much. And thank you for joining us for Lux Life Discovered. We will see you soon.
Check out Lux Life Discovered on Facebook and Instagram and on 30a.tv. See you next time on Lux Life Discovered.